like practice tonight. That's why I finished later.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, you're good. I totally forgot until I checked my friend's phone. I'm like, oh, it's 9.
I know. I'll set a timer too, so that we know where we're at.
Okay. I think she said when she saw that we had already been on here for 30 minutes. She's like, that's a long time, so probably like 15 minutes would be sufficient.
I think it says on the assignment it has to be 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It says 30, but did she say anything like about the time? Maybe
Oh.
we can do it.
Oh, maybe she just said, she's like, oh, you've been past your past 30 minutes already. I took that as it's been
I wish.
too long, but probably it's like, oh, you've been on here just long enough.
Yeah, because I think we went over 30 minutes last time, like by a
Yeah.
minute. So, like,
by a lot.
yeah. So,
Cool.
anyway, cool. Well, let's get into this, and then we can chill.
Do more homework.
Yeah.
I know. Do our other homeworks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of homework, Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Same.
This is a lot of reading for this class, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. But I liked this one. This was
Yeah,
quick.
it was nice.
Yeah. That's only like 150 pages.
Yeah.
So it's a quick read.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you think about it, first of all? Like, good, bad, hated it, loved it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Actually,
It was nice.
yeah, I actually really like this book. And I gave it, like, I don't know. I gave it a 5 stars on Goodreads because I think it's one of my new favorites, actually.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's from like here on Oahu, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was really one of my favorite things about it because, like, most of the time when you read about Hawaii, it's kind of like touristy, not really realistic. But this is like the hardcore, what's going on.
Yeah.
And with like just a little bit of like magical realism like thrown in there, so it's just a little bit more interesting than
Super liked it. I think that it's like the thing that kept running through my head is like everyone should read this. Like it's so accurate of downtown Waikiki, like or Honolulu. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And now I don't think I can walk past that place and think the same about it ever again.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's Iko? Where's Hawaiian? Do you guys know these people?
Do you know him?
Like, what about Peaches? Do you remember the crazy lady?
Oh. So, like, this book wrecked me emotionally. I was like, oh my God.
Did you cry?
I wanted to. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, especially the end. I was just like, oh, he didn't live with a family? Like, he just stayed homeless?
Yeah. Well, the system can be kind of screwed up, so. But did you know there's actually a second book? I looked it up, and it's a continuation. So.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I need to read that one.
Yeah, but there's only 2 copies left on Amazon. So.
Right.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our first question is why did Kaupio, I think I'm saying that right, choose to incorporate Hawaiian legends into his story?
I don't know. I guess because, like, you know, it's part of like the culture. If you're gonna talk about Hawaii, then you gotta include some of the culture to make it kind of realistic. Because I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain this, but is Iko really Iko without like his different, like cultural beliefs, like he wouldn't have believed in like the Pueo or the Amakua. And so I feel like his believing in that made it more realistic to what it's actually like, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Jay?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's because the story like occurs in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it has a message of like what needs attention, like not only in Hawaii, but also like globally. And like there's just a lot of themes like family and like these people are people, they're not just trash. Like, so I think that's, I don't know, going back to like the Hawaiian legend or whatever, like, I think that it makes it more like Hawaiian. It like it threads it through Hawaii instead of worldwide. But at the same time, there's lots of messages in this book that like would work globally.
Yeah, it's like more relatable.
Yeah.
It makes it more unique. Because really,
Yeah.
how many like novel-y type-ish books like have Hawaiian legend in it? Not a lot of them. Mostly it's like nonfiction and stuff. So it's a good twist.
It's always good to like, for me, hear different religious perspectives, even if they're like completely different than my own. Like the owl feathers, and like when he came and like picked him up from for the dream or whatever, that was a trip, man. And then like it turned out he was like real. I was like, oh yeah, like that's cool that he believes in guardians. Like that's
I thought it was real.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or like,
I think it
maybe
was.
it's
He thought it
the
was a dream, but then it
fantastic
was
like
real.
side. Yeah.
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 Actually, fun fact: my Amakua is also the owl. It's like,
Dude.
owl power.
Oh yeah.
Are you
What?
Hawaiian?
Yeah,
Oh cool.
only a fourth, but born and raised here. So
Hey, but yeah. And you look Hawaiian, so that's
thanks. I feel so validated.
You should say, yeah, I'm just Hawaiian, 100%. That's awesome. Oh, cool. Okay. So how does Hawaiian tradition function in Written in the Sky? Is the second question.
Well, I think the Aloha spirit is definitely a part of it.
Yes.
Because Iko, when he's going around, like he's afraid of the homeless people, but he also is treating them with respect. And like it talks about how he goes through Ala Moana Beach Park and he like smiles at everyone, even though they don't smile at him, and he just tries to be like friendly and open and welcome like everyone, which is like a part of tradition. Yep. Where did Jade go?
Is Jade here?
Her
Did we lose
internet
her?
dropped.
Well, regardless, if Jade hops back on, that'd be great. But like, I agree. And like the picking up trash on his way, like putting it in bags and like throwing it away. He's like, nobody respects the Aina, like whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly like the comparison of like people throwing trash on the ground and Ikau. Like this is what you should be doing is taking care of people and the land that you live on. So.
Yeah. And also like utilizing the land when he talks about how his grandma taught him like about fishing in the stream and about how to use la'o lapa'o to like heal people and how that became important with the guy with gangrene. So.
My heart. That was so sad. Like, and like he described it so well. Like
And his toe fell off.
ew, I know. I was like, no.
I'm reading the library stamp for this, just because I was looking through it, and before this year, it hadn't been checked out since 2008.
Wait, I lost you for a second. Say that again.
I said this book before this year hasn't been checked out since 2008.
What gives, y'all? I loved it. I think everybody should read this. I'm not even kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you don't even have to have been to Hawaii. Just like the life lessons in general are important.
Yeah. It kind of
probably like pronunciation would be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that everybody could learn about like the real Hawaii through it, you know, like you said, like less touristy, like, yay, there's flowers and beaches and boys and whatever, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Jade, are you here?
I hear her.
I hate technology so much.
I know. I just can't see you.
There's no
I can hear you though. Are you there?
On silent again.
Jade, can you hear us?
See.
I think she's moving somewhere. Not here.
Probably.
Maybe she's plugging in her Ethernet cable.
Maybe. Bye, Jade.
Yeah. Should we just keep going, or should we?
I think we should just to, I mean, we're not going to have a lot of time, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So the third question is, what do you think are the audience and purpose of Written in the Sky?
Well, like you said, I think everyone should read it. So
Yeah.
the audience is everyone.
Yeah, I like that it was easy enough that like anybody could read it, but also like it taught you about the Hawaiian culture, like you said, like the translations or the words are probably a little bit harder to learn for people that haven't lived here, but like I think anybody should read it, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely not for kids, even though it is written from a kid's perspective, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. It's like, sorry. It's like I don't know what I would do if I was homeless. It's just interesting to see it from an adult's perspective, this kid acting like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like kids could learn from that, but also it's like kind of graphic, like it's sad. So
yeah, especially that part I was reading in the middle of the night where Hawaiian is getting beat up by the gang members, and I'm like, what is happening?
No.
Oh.
I know. I felt so sad about it. I was just like, no.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Jade.
Yeah. And it like describes, because I think like the stigma is that if you're homeless, it's your fault, like you're on drugs or something like that, but that's not necessarily true for everyone. And even though it does mention like that group of people in here when it goes through like the different homeless people in the park, it's like they're not the only people. Like there's people who have like Peaches, like she's a person with a family, she has a house, but she just wasn't taking her pills, and so she was a homeless person in the park going crazy.
Oh, that was hard. I was like, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah, or people like Hiko who have just like no family left and they have no way to support themselves, so they ended up there too. So
yeah.
It's like not every homeless person is like crazy.
Yeah. Or put
the
them
ones who are crazy are still people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, Jade.
Hi. So much time wasted.
All good.
Sorry, I was on my phone but died.
All good. Where are you now?
I'm in the language center.
Oh, that's cool.
I tried to log in on the computers, but I forgot there's no camera.
Oh yeah.
Same.
What did you talk about?
Camera, but I don't know how to use it.
I'm using my boyfriend's laptop right now.
Okay, friends. Well, cool. The next question we have is, what societal attitudes, values, or ideals are conveyed and challenged in this book?
What's the question again?
It's like societal attitudes, values, or ideals are conveyed and challenged in this book.
Oh.
Well, like you were saying earlier, the one about like how we perceive homeless people or just people in general.
I like how Iko, like, even though he went through a lot of things, like challenges in his life, like he still keeps hope because he believes in God and he has faith. So he never like give up.
Yeah. And even though it like portrays people like it's not their fault that they're there, I feel like the gang represents people who have given up on God or like respect their elders or respect to the community. And that's like the opposite of what his message is.
Yeah. I don't know if the gang people, were they homeless? I think they were just gang members.
I don't know. I don't think they were homeless.
Yeah. It's like the gangs are worse than the homeless people. And usually people are more afraid of the homeless people.
I know.
But they have nothing else to do than like bother people and I don't know.
Kill people.
Yeah, and kill people.
Yeah. I think like one of the messages that was like really conveyed was, you know how Iko is like going through his life and he like meets people along the way who are just like kind to him out of nowhere, like the lady who gives him all the McDonald's and then the girl who gives him her bus pass, all that stuff. So it's like, even though they're small acts, like they made a difference in his life. So I think like it's telling us that we can't always do a lot for like our homeless population, especially because here in Hawaii it's so huge and people do get shipped over from like colder places here for free so they can like survive. But like if we like even the smallest things we can do to like show kindness to them makes a difference. It's not always saving everyone, but it's like being kind to everyone.
Like the manager at the McDonald's, when he went to McDonald's, she was kind with him.
Yeah,
and she didn't like take him off the streets and adopt him, but like that's what she did do, like change him, like everyone. I
was so mad at the cashier.
Yeah. I was like, these Filipino. Just kidding. I can say that because I am Filipino.
I know. I was like, what's your problem, man? Like, he just, like, he has a coupon. Like, it's clear, like, he didn't know it was expired.
Yeah, but it's expired. And if I took a coupon to McDonald's and it was expired, I'm pretty sure they would still say no.
Some people just, like, have no empathy for others.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I think it's, like, judgment, too. I feel like all the books that we've read so far have done a lot with, like, judgment.
And it has a lot to do with maybe, like, physical appearance, too.
Yeah. Or, like, identity and finding it through, like, your culture instead of like, other people.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts in the book was when Iko like learned about what his name was and then decided that he wanted to emulate that. I feel like that was the coolest part.
Because it's so true, like you don't even think about it. Because the whole time in the book, I'm thinking, like, why doesn't he know what his name is? Like his grandma should have told him or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people get that. Like, if somebody asks you what your name means, do you really know? Like your heritage or like your purpose? Like not even just like what your name is, but what it means. And I feel like a lot of times people forget about that until they like have an epiphany or don't, you know.
Yeah. And I also that touches well is like also really, like you were saying, it's realistic. And like in Hawaii, people get names from their ancestors all the time, and it's like has a lot of meaning. So like the fact that he didn't know what it meant was like really sad, because that's like it's like the gospel, and your ancestors are part of you, and if you don't know them, then you don't really like know yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. In what ways does Kaupio make Hawaiian tradition relevant for contemporary readers? So, like, how does you?
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. Like, Ikao seeing the visions in the clouds, like, so that can kind of be more like ancient belief that you can see like visions in the clouds of what's going to happen, but really like having it a homeless boy that's like not a chief, but somebody that's like super relevant, just see these things and have them matter and happen. And like,
Yeah.
I think that's like one way to make it modern. Also, a different problem, like homelessness is a different problem, you know, in the city.
Yeah.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
Do you have any ice
It's a
cubes?
different problem, but like there's homeless people everywhere. Like everyone can relate to like either like being homeless or having a relative who's homeless or like having a partner.
Yeah.
Because Bonnie's taking off your hours.
It kind of shows like how the old legends are being applied today, even though they're still old, like how they live them out.
Run. Fast.
You'd like to see me, right?
What? How long have we been at this?
Huh?
What?
How long have we been going so far?
22 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and we have 2 questions left after this one.
Okay.
We need to answer at least 4 questions, right?
Let's see. Oh, it says all of the following. So
Oh.
we have like 2 more left, but yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
The next one is, how does race affect the relationships of characters in the novel, gender, class, and give specific examples using page numbers?
Wow. That's specific.
Yeah. Yikes. Gender, class.
I was thinking about the... Wait. Ah, voilà, je pensais que j'avais oublié. What's his name? Tristan, the Japanese girl, the bus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like around page 63-ish. And she's like, because at first I feel like she's super sassy, like,
Yeah.
what? Like, what? And then they get off the bus, she's like, here, have my bus pass, like showing the aloha spirit, like we can help each other out even though we're in a different class.
He paid for his ticket, and then he gave him. She gave him her pass, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she told him like where to go for the lecture.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's a lot of examples of like, sorry, I'm trying to find it, of people of the same class taking care of each other. So like when let's see, I'm trying to find it.
Hawaiian?
It's when after Owl Feathers talks, the ladies that are like catering or whatever, page 83, they just like say like, come eat all this food that's left over. Like they can see probably that he's homeless, like doesn't have anyone taking care of him.
Yeah. it's like reaching out across that like social divide to do what's like important. And even like on, I think it's like page 143 when they all band together to like hide Iko from the HPD so he doesn't get taken away.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, like he doesn't really know any of them and he isn't close to any of them, but by the end they're all sticking up for each other and they're like family. And it's because of like the way different people reached out and like gave him food so that he could share with other people.
Yeah.
Lesson of the book: food brings people together.
Always bring food. Always bring food.
Food has the power to transcend social structure.
And that is the theme of the book.
Yep.
Feed everyone.
Write your paper on that.
Yeah. I might steal that.
Yeah, and even in chapter 4 with Hawaiian, the one who gets killed by the gang members. I think he's a homeless too, but he tried to help Iko. He gave him food and then he told him to stay, like sleep next to the fire, like before the gang members came.
Yeah.
And he gives him like advices, you should do this, go to school, things like
That's
that.
like advice that saves his life on multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like he takes care of Ikao, but like Ikao takes care of everybody else. And I think that like symbolizes like the younger generation also needs to take care of the older generation. Like it's not just like their job to take care of us. And same with the earth. Like we can't depend on people before us. We have to make it better now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They use what they learned from like old people, the ancestors, to like for the future and makes it better.
And going off class too, even though most of the people were nice to him, like there were like some references when like he's waving to people on the beach where people do ignore him or like think he's crazy. And so contrast, like how much did that affect them versus like someone's small gift making a difference. So there's like a big difference between the two.
Agreed. Cool. Okay, last one. We only have 3 more minutes left and then we can close it up. But it says, when do 2 or more of the above factors, so like gender, class, or relationship of characters, which factors come together to influence the way a character is treated or interacts with the world? So we kind of like went over that a little bit, but we should have specific examples.
No. I just recently found out
Well, I guess like with all of Hawaiian's friends too, like with Gladness and with the lady who works at McDonald's, like they were nice to Iko because, well, they were nice, but also I think a big part of it was because like they knew who Hawaiian was previously.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like they had a good experience with him, so then it was fine for them to have an experience with Iko too.
I'm excited.
That's for sharing cultural identity. Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's interesting that the Japanese tourist that like came and he was like aloha and like taught them how to say hello, like how kind they were. And like you could tell that some of the locals or even the gang members like totally disrespected like the spirit of aloha. Like so that was interesting for me.
Yeah.
And then you're like, does anyone need coffee?
Yeah. Like just because that's necessarily your culture doesn't mean that everyone emulates it. So it's
Yeah.
Where did you
culture is not the people.
Oh no.
Be the culture.
So from the cat.
Anything else you guys want to add? Because we're good. We're
Woo!
30
I
minutes
think we've covered everything pretty well.
too.
Yeah.
We just need to send in a response to her. Like I think it's like a page response.
Wait, who did the one for Cinder again?
I did.
You
You
did?
did. Yeah.
Aloha, you want to do this one or the next one?
Can I do the next one?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll do this one then.
Mhm.
Rock on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Bye guys.
Guys.
Bye.